And get my life together. I'm always saying, get my life, I need to get my life together. Girl, it's a process, right? Perimenopause is whooping my tail, and it just has to go. I told hello and happy Sunday. Welcome to another vlog. Today is a swim day. So I'm taking my Sundays to actually swim at my gym. I started this last week, and let me tell ya, it's not going great. I used to swim when I lived in Virginia. I was part of a gym that had a pool, and since I've been here almost 10 years, I have not swam regularly at all because I haven't had access to a pool. But my gym has a pool, and the trainer that I've been working with suggested that I swim as a form of my cardio. So I was like, oh, you know what? That's a great idea. I used to swim when I lived in Virginia. This is perfect. I'll get in some more cardio because otherwise I'm not getting in a lot of cardio. Humbled. Can I tell you, I have been completely humbled, and I've got chlorine face. I don't got it no more. My stroke isn't there. My breathing isn't there. Like, I feel like a fish flapping out of water. So it's a tad bit discouraging to know that I've regressed that much. But of course I have, because I don't swim unless I am in the Caribbean. And then it's just a luxury swim. So trying to swim for exercise is a whole nother ball game. But I'm gonna stick to it. I'm thinking about booking a few swim lessons because my technique is off, like real bad. So I think that might help. And I kind of want to get the swimming in now before summer, because I know the pool, even though it's indoor, is gonna be crazy. But going in the morning on Sundays is probably gonna be my best bet. I went in the evening last time, and it was a little more crowded. Today I was able to have my own lane for a little while, so that kind of helped. And I'm fine with sharing, but like when you're not a swimmer, sharing a lane with somebody who swims is probably aggravating for them, not for me. Because I'm not moving fast. I'm in their way. So I think I am gonna book a few swim lessons because I can float, I can tread water, all those things. It's the breathing. Like today I was in there practicing dipping my nose in, turning up to get my breath, dipping my nose, breathing out, turning up to get my breath, and trying to get the motion of the turn. But I'll tell you what, I ain't swim that long, but I'm beat down, tired, okay? So all that to say, I'm gonna keep going. My hair got wet. I tried this black-owned swim cap brand. Yeah, no, my hair is wet. And I don't know if I didn't fasten it right, so I'm gonna go to their website and just read about it, because washing my hair was not in my Sunday plans. But now I don't have a choice because I've got chlorine in my hair, so I have to wash it. But my other swim cap, I didn't have no issues. This is a traditional swim cap, and no water got in. I think there's too much of a gap. It's not sealed enough around the edge. So I think it's user error. So I'm gonna take a look to see if I didn't snap it right or something. But I'm glad I have another swim cap just in case. So yeah, I've got to wash my hair, and I am, when I say starving, I'm talking about starving. But I did get up, I read for an hour in bed, then I came in, I did some journaling this morning. I booked a dermatology appointment. I was seeing another dermatologist, but I think I'm gonna switch to someone else. Someone that I can also do my laser hair removal. Yeah, I've got this chin hair, and it's unsightly. And it just has to go. I told my friend that this is gonna be my vanity year, that I'm gonna do the things like get my skin together, all that. I started getting my skin together last year. I started seeing a dermatologist and getting facials. My esthetician ended up moving across the country, so I never booked, I haven't been back. So I booked for this week, I booked a new dermatologist who also, that office also does laser hair removal. And then I also booked a new esthetician for next week. So I'm just trying to get on schedule. And also I would like to get chemical peels now before it gets warm. So I'm just kind of set up all the vanity type things that I want to do, like get this face in order, especially because the acne, the dark marks, you know, they're just aggravating. And then I have a hair appointment at the end of the month. I think I'm gonna big chop and just get back to my natural color. I don't know if I'm gonna color again. I have suffered a lot of hair loss in the middle of my head due to perimenopause, and I kind of just want to start over. I say big chop, and then before it's just a haircut, and then my hairdresser's like, well, I thought you were coming for a big chop. And I'm like, I don't know, by the time I see you at the end of the month, I'm gonna change my mind again. But I have quite a bit of new growth, so I don't know how big chopish it will actually be. But either way, I'm gonna make breakfast, and then I'm gonna wash my hair, and then I'm gonna see what the rest of the day leads me to writing. I wanted to go pole, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it. So yeah, but swimming, check box. Okay, Sunday swims. We're doing Sunday swims early, hopefully, instead of later, but we'll see.
I'm gonna take back what he's doing, because you either are a type of person that can become prey for the person she doesn't and escapes, or...
Okay, I'm back after washing my hair, and I am trying the Do's Banana Extreme Gel. Okay, I will confess to being one of those girls who does not like a strong cast. I tend to shy away from it, mostly because typically it makes my hair feel really, really dry, and I hate that feeling. I don't even really like the crunch. I know people love the crunch because they said that their wash and goes or their curls will last longer. I just like a soft, bouncy curl. However, it don't last in the gym. It don't last me through the week. But also, I have to wash my hair a lot, and it's because I sweat from my head. If I was one of those girls who did not sweat from their head, I would not be washing my hair as much. But I have to wash my hair. I'm in the gym 5 to 6 days a week. I am in the pole studio 2 to 3 days a week. I sweat, okay? And that sweat on my scalp and in my hair, especially since I have like hair that puffs up really quickly when water hits it, whether it's sweat or water from, you know, the shower or whatever, or washing my hair, it absorbs that sweat and it will start to smell. So I can't be going more than 7 days. I can't go more than 7 days without washing my hair. Like, it's just almost impossible. And a lot of times I'm washing my hair twice a week. It has not damaged my hair per se. My hairdresser says it's fine. It's just tedious, which is one of the reasons I was thinking about doing a big chop, because having a lot of hair on your head when you sweat and work out a lot, it's just a lot. So anywho, I used the Bananas Extreme Gel. This time I put a leave-in, the Mael Pomegranate and Honey leave-in, which I really like because I have very fine hair and it doesn't weigh my hair down. So I really, really, really love that leave-in. There's another leave-in that I like, which is the Weedad Moisture Lock leave-in. That is a little bit thicker, but I figured if I do the Miel thinner leave-in and then I do the Bananas Extreme Gel on top, maybe I'll have a better go at it. I don't know. We're about to see. So I'm about to sit under the dryer. I'm a little nervous that the leave-in and this gel didn't play nice together and it's gonna flake, but I don't know. Only time will tell. So let me sit under the dryer, set this hair. I think I have to run out to the store. I need some seltzer water and I need some more cabbage for my meal prep. But while I sit under the dryer, I'm going to read as well as start outlining my next Substack post, which is probably going to be about perimenopause, which I'll eventually talk about with you all. One of the reasons I'm thinking about big chopping my hair is because perimenopause did a number on the crown of my head, which has yet to recover. But we'll talk about that another time. I'm going to sit on the dryer and I just cross y'all fingers, y'all, that this works out, because I just spent a good amount of time doing this. And what I plan to do, so I just finger coiled it, and then as the time goes by, I will loosen up and rake out the curls. But let's see what happens. I can feel this stuff is sticky. Like it's definitely a hard cast. Extreme hold. I mean, it's called extreme bananas. Whatever. Let's see. Okay, so I am back after doing my hair. I don't hate it. I don't love it. We'll see what the next few days is going to bring us. I will say the slick back is pretty decent. Pretty decent. But I like more volume. And I think because I decided to finger coil instead of just rake, that's why I don't have a lot of volume. So we'll see how big it gets over the next few days, especially with me going to the gym. And I'm just in my office. Let's put a list together. I'm going to publish a Substack post. Finish editing my last vlog. I need to go ahead and sign my lease for the new year. He sent it over. And I need to plot out my week in my positive bullet diary. This is something that I mentioned before. So we've got the next week coming up, which I'm back to work fully for the first week in a long time. Let's put it like that. So I need to go ahead and plot out my week. I've got a couple appointments this week. So I need to do that. I'll probably do that first because that's the most important thing. It'll set me up for doing everything else and also give me a to-do list for my week. And for some reason, I'm exhausted. This is perimenopause. My sleep just ain't been right either. And I'm trying my darndest to get back to a decent sleep regimen. The last year or so, it's been horrible. And that's another reason why I wanted to reduce the amount of scrolling Instagram, TikTok, and all that. Because I need to find a way to get my brain into power down mode. And yes, an hour before bed is great, but I was forcing myself to do an hour, try to get off an hour. I can't say that I'm going cold turkey with the social media thing, because that's not true. I'm going to be on it still, but just not in the same way. So I'm hoping that also just helps me kickstart a decent sleep sort of schedule and getting myself into a decent wind down mode and all those things. So yeah, I'm gonna do a bunch of administrative type things. It's 4:30. I still need to cook. If I cook, the recipe is very, very simple. So I need to get that out of the way. And then I'm going to bed. I'm going to bed early. Funny enough, I haven't watched any NFL today. Would you believe that? I'll probably turn on the afternoon games and then the Steelers and the Ravens play. I used to be a Steelers fan, but until they get done with Aaron Rodgers, they can count me out. Okay? I'm not rooting for a team that's starting Aaron Rodgers. I'm rooting for Mike Tomlin, but the rest of that foolishness, miss me with it. Miss me with it. So yeah, let me get to doing what it do. and get my life together. I'm always saying, get my life, I need to get my life together. Girl, it's a process, right? Okay, so here we have the dense bean salad. It's the chili crisp cabbage crunch dense bean salad. So I have all my vegetables here: carrots, cucumbers, green onions, cilantro, Napa cabbage. This is the sauce, and then these are the beans. It said they use 2 types of beans. I just use 1 type of bean, plus the sesame seeds, and then the peanuts. You can use, this is rotisserie chicken, but you can use whatever protein you like. But this is gonna be part of my meal for the week. I'm not gonna combine them all because I don't want my lettuce to get soggy or whatever. I'm just gonna build the salad through the week, and by through the week I mean like a couple days, girl. Like I don't have it in me to eat too much of this. What I'll probably do is make a different dressing to finish off the salad once I get tired of it. But yeah, I'm gonna eat part of this for dinner, and then a couple days this will be part of my meal. Happy Sunday. Okay, hello and happy-ist Monday. My work day is over. Well, it's been over. I've just been kind of in here getting myself together. So I went to the gym this morning. Okay, so I didn't do what I said I was going to do. I said I was going to do cardio and core, and ended up doing full body with no cardio. So here's the thing. I realized that when I want to do a cardio focused workout, I have to do the cardio first, because by the time I got done with my full body, which I intended to just do core, but I caught a little bit of the gym spirit and ended up doing full body, there were no treadmills left by the time I got ready to do my treadmill. So lesson learned, and I should not have done this little gym high because tomorrow I work out with my trainer, and I did too much today. Like when I got up to go into the kitchen, I was like, girl, what did you do? But what did happen in the gym today is one of the other ladies in the gym was like, girl, where's your waist? And I was like, who, me? I said, just a little bit more. I just want to get a little tighter. And I don't need the external validation. However, it does feel good because I have been busting my tail since last March. After I got my breast reduction, I went full speed ahead in the gym. And I am no stranger to working out, but that breast reduction was chef's kiss. It's what I needed to get my butt together and get myself in order, and to feel good. And so, yeah, I am stronger than I have ever been. My waist is smaller than it's not ever been. It's been smaller than this, but smaller than it's been in 10, 15 years. So it was nice to get the confirmation because, yes, I've been busting my tail, and the gym has become just my happy place in the morning. And like I said, I'm no stranger, but I went and got a gym membership, even though I have a gym in my building, because I also work from home, and so it's my way of getting out of the house. So there's that. So tomorrow's session with the trainer is probably gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. And I didn't sleep well last night. Ended up getting some news from a friend that left me devastated for her. And I didn't sleep very well, just thinking about that, and just grief is just so hard. So, oh, but I did post my Substack. Yay, I actually did it. I'm trying to do Substack once a week. I did post on Instagram. I talked about my social media, screen time, reducing my screen time. And what I realized is, so my thought process was this. I was like, okay, I will post like a life update on Mondays. I found myself, next thing you know, it's a half hour later and I'm still in that. And I was like, girl, this just isn't going to work the way you think it's going to work if you're posting. And so I just deleted that. It's not even on my phone. I deleted TikTok off my phone. And so we're out here winging it. And I think I'm still going to try to stick to the once a week thing. But it's like post, delete, move on. And then I'm thinking, like, why am I posting at all? Why am I posting at all? Why am I looking at all? So I'm going to take some time to think about that too. But I'm about to eat and I'm getting into bed because I'm hoping I get some better sleep. And part of it is, you know, the situation being on my mind last night. But the other part of it is the perimenopause, which is what I wrote about in my Substack today. And listen, I am on HRT, hormone replacement therapy. I started that in October. However, I am allergic to the adhesive on the patch. And so I talked to my doctor and she switched me to the gel. Well, the gel you're supposed to take, rub on your inner thighs. That left me so itchy. I think I'm allergic to the estrogen, to be honest. Topical estrogen. So first it was like, okay, it's the adhesive because I've got marks where the adhesive was. And honestly, today I put on some hydrocortisone and said, I'm just going to stick it on and see what happens. But I already had a reaction. So the last time I did the gel, I did it before bed. And I was itching so bad that I could not sleep. So what I might do is take this patch off and try the gel during the day. And the reason why I want to try the gel at night is because apparently she told me that the gel loses its effectiveness faster than the patch does, because the patch you change twice a week. You wear it for 4 days, then wear it for 3 days. And so I was like, my hot sweats and the night sweats, you know, are at night. So let me put the estrogen on at night when I'm dealing with the heat, the hot flashes, and the night sweats the most. That's what's keeping me up at night. Girl, I was down bad, like a little bit last night. I had some night sweats, so that just didn't help the situation. I think the stress. But then today I ate something spicy and I broke out in sweat. So I don't know. I don't see her for another couple weeks. And my thing is going to be, I've heard that there are some compound versions of estrogen for people like me who are allergic. And so, I don't know. I just, being a woman is real stupid. Real dumb. And it's just not fair. It's just not fair. Men don't have to go through this, but we got to go through this. So, yeah, I'm going to eat and I'm getting in bed, which I should do, but I'm tired. And please let us hope that I get some sleep tonight, because baby, I looked at my Aura ring. My sleep score was like a 69 and I was doing good. So I'm gonna get myself together and get in bed and hope for better. My workout session isn't until later, I did my morning writing. I didn't do any afternoon writing. I am gonna try to read in bed before I go to sleep. But yeah, so that's what's up. I will see y'all tomorrow. Okay, so I'm showing you guys my Sleepy Girl mocktail, and basically this is a recipe that I'm following from Moon Juice. A friend actually suggested this to help me sleep because perimenopause is whooping my tail. So and it's definitely worked. It's definitely helped me get to sleep pretty quickly. I do this and then I take 2 cortisol pills to help me stay asleep. The jury is still out on that. My issue is I have to get up and pee several times. I've had fibroids. My bladder has been wrecked ever since I developed fibroids. I've had 2 fibroid surgeries. So I'm just doing what I gotta do. We'll see about the cortisol, but this definitely puts me to sleep. So basically the mocktail, and I'm literally just following the directions that are on the back of the jar. So this is 1 teaspoon of the Sleepy Girl magnesium. I'm calling it Sleepy Girl, and I don't even think that's what it's called, but oh yeah, it is called Sleepy Girl mocktail. So 1 teaspoon of the powder, the magnesium. And then it is 2 ounces of cherry juice. This is from Trader Joe's. And then I'm just using a small measuring cup. 2 ounces. And then 8 ounces of sparkling water. I have this summer strawberry from Whole Foods. You would think I would get a flavor that actually makes a lot more sense, but I don't know. Strawberries and tarts go together, right? Actually, it don't even matter because I'm trying to get some sleep. This is 8 ounces of that. So and you could probably get even fancier with this than what I do, but I do put it in a wine glass because whatever. And of course you can put some ice in it. I ain't fill up my ice tray, so you're not getting any of that. But I stir it around with a straw. You should probably use a spoon. And then this is my nightcap. I take my cortisol pills from bed, and it really does. This definitely knocks me out. Again, the only issue is I'm gonna have to pee at night. I get up like twice. I couldn't believe it when I heard people don't get up and use the restroom in the middle of the night. I'm like, that's my norm. But anywho, that is my nightcap. Hello, good morning, happy Tuesday. I am back from the gym. Today was training day. I do 30 minutes, only do 30 minutes with the trainer, but it's a really, really good 30 minutes because he's showing me things, types of workouts that I do not do on my own. So today we did the barbell clean. I have never done that before. We didn't add any weights to it because it is definitely a tough, that flick up is, I don't have to flick of the wrist. Same thing with, we did these cleans with the kettlebells, which I don't have with my wrist. But he said we're gonna work on that. And then I finally was able to use that Pit Shark machine, and it was really good. I felt that on my glutes, something terrible. And by terrible, I mean great. And so yeah, so that was good. So I've been doing 1 session at a time because I wanted to make sure that we were going to be a fit, and it's working. So I booked 6 sessions. So that'll take me into, I've already done 3. So I would have done 9 weeks with him, which is going to be good. So I'm going to do these next 6 weeks with him, see how I feel, see where I'm at. And then I'll probably take a break and then book sessions with him periodically. I'm not looking to have a trainer. You know, it's not cheap. On top of I pay for a membership. So I am back home. I'm going to work. I'll take a break, take a shower. On my lunch break, I'm gonna run over to the library because one of the books that I have on hold is actually available. It's funny enough, I've been listening to it on audiobook, and I am terrible with audiobooks, dog. Like, I can't think straight. Like, my mind starts to wander. Though the thing that I can do audiobooks with, it is just few and far between, are memoirs. But like anything non-fiction-y, like, and definitely not fiction. I can absolutely not do fiction on audiobook. It just, my brain don't have it. So I got over 7 hours of sleep. You don't know how great that was. Not only did I get 7 hours of sleep, I did wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to pee. I got back into bed and went right back to sleep. Versus the night before, I was up for like an hour and a half. So I think that I did the Sleepy Girl cocktail. I only did 1 cortisol pill last night. I usually do 2. But I was out. I don't know if it was general fatigue or whatever, but like we're back on it. We're gonna try that again tonight. I did read a little bit before I went to bed. And so we're back on it. I did not do my morning journaling because I was like rushing because I actually slept until like almost 6 o'clock in the morning, which is unheard of for me. I woke up at like 5 something and went right back to sleep. So that is that's an improvement for my perimenopausal body. But this thing is heated up way too much. Let me get my breakfast going, and I'll probably pick you guys back up at the library.
Look, my bitch is all bad, my niggas all real. I ride it.
When Levy, the topical, I was prescribed spironolactane,
The oral version?
oral, but it made me feel terrible.
Okay. Just what side effects did you experience? Lightheadedness?
Lightheadedness.
Okay.
Really thirsty. A couple of times I felt like I was gonna pass out. So, but I heard that it drops your blood pressure or something like that, which is why. So I stopped that and just have been doing a topical.
Gotcha. So you said because of the lightheadedness, and then also something was it? Oh, it made you thirsty. There.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what dose of the spironolactone you were on?
It was the smallest dose.
Like
of that.
15 milligrams or 25?
I can actually look it up.
Even when I'm sitting there alone all by myself, it's different when I think you might be with somebody. This shit.
Fragrance, hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit, and I know you taste this a little bit, high maintenance, everybody else basic, you live life on an everyday basis, with poetic justice, if I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs, dedicated to you, and you're in the mood for empathy, there's blood in my pen, better yet with your friends and them, I really wanna know you all, I really wanna show you off, fuck that, toe up friends and y'all girl in that little bitty range. I heard that she wanna go and party. She wanna go and party. Nigga don't approach her with that Atari. Nigga that ain't good game, homie, sorry. They say conversation rule a nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs unless I write it down for real. P.S.
Hello, happy Friday. So this is basically what a Friday night looks like for me these days. I'm actually pretty sleepy. I got in pretty late last night from pole class. I had a pretty full work day. After work, I went and got waxed, and on my way back from getting waxed, I put an Uber Eats order in for some sushi, which I was hella greedy, and I got like 2 specialty rolls and then 1 spicy salmon roll. So I'm not gonna eat all of this, of course, but I don't cook on Fridays, and so it's usually the takeout, or every once in a while I just warm something up, or I go out to eat. So I've been doing that for the longest time, because who wants to cook on a Friday after you've worked all week? Not I, said the cat. The cat being me. And I have my book here. The football game is coming on tonight, college football semifinals. We've got Oregon versus Indiana. I watched the Ole Miss Miami game yesterday, which was nuts. I actually watched part of it in the Pole studio, and I got home to watch the last half, which is why I'm tired, because I was up late, which means I did not go to the gym this morning. So here's the thing about me in the gym. I'm a morning gym person. Like, I lose all motivation to go to the gym after 8 o'clock. Like, if I don't make it out of the house by 8, normally it's not gonna happen, which is why it's just part of my routine to get up at a certain time, to go to bed at a certain time, because it ensures that I get to the gym at a certain time. But I also know that I need to like buffer in a little bit more of a rest day. And so I was perfectly fine with sleeping in. And by sleeping in, I was up at like 6:30. Which is sleeping in, because typically I'm up at 5. So I slept in, I got up, I straightened up my house a little bit, and basically got to work. The whole time that I was working, I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna take my laptop with me. I'm gonna get an hour in. I'm gonna work from the gym. Girl, that did not happen. So the plan for tomorrow, okay, so I have 2 options for tomorrow. 1, go to pole class. 2, go to the Black Genealogy Club. So the thing about the Black Genealogy Club is that they actually, because it got so popular, they opened up another class at the end of the month. And so I'm thinking about skipping tomorrow and just going to the class at the end of the month. Okay, so one of the things I told my friend is that I am in my vanity era, okay? And by that, I mean just working on things that I've always, for me, that I've always wanted to take care of. So one of those is my skin. So last year I started seeing a dermatologist. The vibes were vibing with her. So I was like, I need to switch to somebody else. So I found someone else, and yesterday I went and talked to her. She was great, a Black woman. She actually increased my dosage of tretinoin. I've been on the smallest dose. She said it's because I'm tolerating it really well. She suggests that I go up. And then she also put in a script for azelaic acid, 15%. So I need to pick those up tomorrow. She also suggested that I get back on the spironolactone. And I stopped taking it because it made me pee every 2 seconds. And it made me feel dizzy. And it's basically a blood pressure medicine that also doubles for helping with hormonal acne. So the other thing that I said I was going to go ahead and take care of, the hair on my chin. It's just out of control. And so I also, one of the other reasons I wanted to switch dermatologists is because this office does everything. There's a dermatologist, there's estheticians, so I can get facials, I can get laser hair removal, and anything else I want done at that office, while also knowing my dermatologist is there. And so that was the big plus for me. So next week I'm gonna go in for my consultation to work on this hair on my chin. It is one of my deepest insecurities. And with my hormone fluctuations and being in perimenopause, it's gotten worse. So we're gonna go back on the spironolactane. I'm gonna see how I can tolerate it. And I'm gonna talk to my OBGYN just to make sure it's not gonna clash with the HRT. So being a woman is just, it's really unfair. Like, I just don't understand why we gotta go through all of this, but here we are. So I'm gonna post up and turn the TV on, and post up for this game. I already know I'm gonna fall asleep. Like, I can feel myself. I got only like 6 hours of sleep last night. When I've been really good this week, getting like 7.5, almost 8 hours. So your girl is busted. And if I'm gonna make it to pole class, I'm gonna need to sleep. Yeah, I'm gonna need to sleep. So, hello and happy Saturday. Okay, so I decided to go to pole class this morning, which I'm really glad that I did. It was a great class, and now I'm home. It's pretty late. It's like, I think it's like, what is like 3:15? And I actually ran to the grocery store, got stuff for Sunday dinner. I'm just gonna do a black bean soup and probably, well, I got some tortillas to do some tacos. I think it's gonna be shrimp tacos, maybe chicken tacos. I don't know. Whatever I come up with tomorrow. And it's just a dreary day here in Philly. It's raining and it's chilly. It's not freezing cold like it's been, but it's a perfect day to just get some stuff done in the house. And then I bought a shelf for my shoes, which I'm going to stick in this corner here. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing today, is putting stuff together. And I'm praying this is not hard to put together, because girl, I don't put stuff together. And if it's hard, I will follow TaskRabbit, because I've got other things for them to do in here too. So cross your fingers that I can get this together.
Fragrance, hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit, and I know your taste is a little bit, high maintenance, everybody else basic, you live life on an everyday basis, with poetic justice, if I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs, dedicated to you when you're in the mood for empathy, there's blood in my pen, better yet for your friends and them, I really wanna know you all, I really wanna show you all.
Okay.
Fuck God, plenty of champagne. Cold nights when you come
together. I really thought they didn't give me the little screws, but they were actually already attached to it. So, let's see. I don't know about this. It's not staying the way that I would want it to, or I think it should. It's a little unstable. You see how it keeps coming out of the hooks here? Which sucks, but let me turn it around so y'all can kind of see what we got going on here. So this is it. So there's like shelves that you can sort of over here on the side that you can like finagle depending on how tall or wide your shoes are. So I am going to stick it in the corner here, that corner over there. I actually need to go down to the trash can and put that stuff away. But yeah, see, I've got my pole shoes here, which won't go there, but I've got sneakers under here. It's just, yeah, it's been time to have a better shoe rack. Like I have that one rack, but that's basically for my pole shoes because I need something tall for them. And these are just gonna be for my, you know, day-to-day shoes. Let's end the vlog here with a look at where I put it at. So I stuffed it in this corner. Most of the shoes that you're gonna see here are sneakers. I keep everything else in my bedroom, but when I'm running out, I'm usually in sneakers. So we're putting the sneakers, the boots, my beautiful, beautiful Air Jordan clogs, which I love. I have the black pair too. These are my gym shoes. then these are, when it's wet outside, I go for these Nike Romero all weathers. So yeah.
Fragrance, hold up, you ain't never gotta say shit. And I know your taste is a little bit high maintenance. Everybody else basic, you live